All right, here we are. We're finally live. Sorry about that internet issues. Some on my end, some on the facility, and some actually on YouTube's end. The live stream that I set up for this game, for some reason, has some sort of object block on it, and YouTube's not allowing me to connect to it, but I can connect to others, as this puck is saved by number 30, Joseph Willis. I did record the beginning part of the game. I will stitch that to this and upload it later. But for right now, here we are. JCC with 3 goals, and Niagara University Eagles with 1. First 2 goals scored by JCC, number 71, Mason Savage at 2:20. And then a goal scored by number 18, Mason Jeeves, assisted by Tyler Sovey, and number 88, Drew Blevins at 6:15. I did not capture the other JCC goal, nor do I think the recording of the Niagara University goal may be on the stitching that I upload later, but I did not see it as I was tackling some live stream issues. So you can tell by how choppy this is, the internet is fighting me. It's fighting hard. So here we go. Face off to the left side of Willis. You got Mason Jeeves squaring off against Ryan McMahon. McMahon pulls that puck back, but it's taken away by Dylan Johnson. Johnson sends this out to the center point. Shot wide right. Rebounds off the back wall. Picked up by Anthony Rocco. No, not Rocco, number 15. Now stolen in the neutral zone by Dylan Johnson. Johnson over the blue line, far right side, drop pass back to the point for Evan Sanford. Sanford sends it in. Rebound loose on the near side. Loose puck picked up by Niagara. Purple Eagles send that in, and it is collected by the Sandman. Goes to his trapezoid, fires this up to the blue line for Ebersol. Owen passes puck across that Tanner Esposito. Espo attacked as he hits the faceoff dot. Puck taken away by who might be Carson Ballister. Oh, that's a 75. I don't. Well, they changed some of their numbers. I'll do my best with my teams this weekend. Puck sent around near side. Whitmore sends that's not Whitmore. Carson Barrett sent that back in. Denied. Comes back. Collected by Owen Van Brocklin in his zone. Comes across 2 houses and hits Tyler Sovey at the center line. Sovey tried to pop that in. Gets denied. Shot taken by Niagara. Save made. Rebound goes into the corner. Centering pass back into the corner. Niagara trying to dig this puck out at the point. Loose in front. Shot. Save. Rebound. Goal. Number 37 gets one by Avery Zenger. Zenger in goal for JCC this game. All right, here's the face-off. Wine bar squaring off against who could be Dominic Ferrasi. That puck gets deflected, goes into the netting. Somebody never learned how to hockey stop if they ever learned to skate program. They should probably go to Power Play Sports for the learn to skate, learn how to stop. So they don't always have to run into the wall like Happy Gilmore. Or just start playing golf. Well, goal scored by number 37, assisted by number 9 from number 3. Number 3, Owen Keisman, is the only name that I have from the roster that actually matches up. Sometimes things happen in the locker rooms, kids forget jerseys, and they tell the scorekeeper, but nobody relayed it up to me. Off the faceoff, pullback shot taken by JCC. Puck cuts ripped all the way around. Hustling after it, Nate Van Wee. Van Wee to Bismarck. Bismarck sends this down deep. Mason Savage going after it on him. Liam Lawrence. Savage pulls this out. Passes it off. That shot goes back behind the goal. Captain Weinbar lets it go back to Nate Van Wee. Van Wee gives it to Winey. Winey not able to send that in at the blue line. Coming over, Matt Schottmer can't take that with him in the neutral zone. Mason Savage trying to grab possession. Picks it up. Sends this in for Bismarck. Owen sends it out into the middle. Weinbar tips it, not able to get a shot on goal. Puck collected by Milne. Milne loses it. Coming back. Bismarck shot save made. Puck dished over onto the side. Now sent behind the net. It flops over the top of the net. Grabbed by Ferrasi. Out into the neutral zone. Matt Schottmer, he loses at it to cross over the center line. Center line always notorious for grabbing pucks. Blue lines grab skates and players fall down. It's not always Chuck Norris, but sometimes it is. Here's 26 through the neutral zone, trying to go in all the way coast to coast. Ebersol stops him as soon as he enters into the zone. Back the other way, Dylan Johnson weaving in the slot. No shot, comes back. 26 picks it up, passes it behind 28. 28 has to go back to his own blue line, do some fancy stick work, tries passing that puck up, and it's taken away by the Sandman. Sandman, long pass all the way down to Ebersol. Ebersol pops this into the far corner. Esposito going after it. Esposito wrapped up as Niagara comes and clears this puck out of the zone. Lofted pass into the neutral zone. Grab there by Van Brocklin. Tries sending it up. Comes back with number 15. 15 at the top of the house. Pass 28 one-timer slapper is hit as hard as an 8-year-old can hit a puck. Comes back the other way. Dylan Johnson, centering pass, shot taken. Oh, and result. Hey, Joseph. That was a beautiful sequence by JCC. Great shot, but an incredible save by Willis. And he's still smiling about that one as this puck gets ripped all the way down, goes off the stick of 37. He regains possession from the point, fires, save made off of Zenger, back behind the net in the trapezoid. JCC trying to pull that puck out. Kellen Duffy has 2 on him. Now he's reaching with his leg, coming away. Niagara in the point, slot shot, save made. Rebound collected by Blevins. Here comes Drew Blevins. Drew tried to make a move into the middle, forgot to take the biscuit with him. It is shot from behind by Busy, but Bismarck, is that Busy? Bismarck's shot on net is saved. Kidding, Mason Jeeves. That's Mason Jeeves. Sorry, Jeeves. Whitmore taking the face off. Jeeves on his left. Nah, it's not Whitmore. It's Drew Blevins. Niagara sends this through the neutral zone. Grab by Carson Barrett, puts this back into the neutral zone, and it's swatted right back to him. Carson comes back the other way, passes off to Duffy. Kellen off the board, sends this up for Sobey. Tyler trying to get possession of that puck. Nice body positioning by number 26, staying between the puck and the player. And that one, that gets ripped in, and it is grabbed out of the air by Zenger. He's going to hold on to it with 1.5 to go in this opening period of this first game of the second day of the 2025 Burning Leaves Tournament. I don't know. It's the name of my computer. Probably the computer. Yeah. So there's an icing by JCC. That'll bring the puck back. Face-off won by Weinbar. Turned over, though. Backhand by 11. Goes behind the net. 8 picks it up. Takes this into the corner. Trying to settle it down. Sends it up to the point. And it was a high stick. Can't settle the puck down from over your shoulder. And then have your team be the next one to touch the puck. That's a high stick. And then that's going to send the face-off out of the zone. It'll shift it down one zone away from the goal that you are shooting on. 8 needed to let somebody else touch that puck, and we wouldn't have this face-off in the neutral zone, but we do. Number 10 falls down as he loses that puck, gets cleared out by JCC, pumping it forward. Mason Savage loses it at the blue line, turned over. 11, backhand pass to 10 is missed and collected by Carson Barrett. Barrett races back through his trapezoid, saucers this all the way up for Busy, sends it behind him, though. Busy got a piece of it, less than a minute to go, so no icing. The Eagles trying to clear this puck out. 8 with it, going across the houses in his zone. Gets this up to number 10. 10 over the blue line. Shovels this forward. 35 seconds to go on the far side. Owen Van Broecklyn trying to get this puck out. Ties up his player enough so this puck can get past to Bismarck. Owen Bismarck cycles this around in the neutral zone. Drops this off for Kellen Duffy. Gets knocked away. Duffy chases it down into the corner. 11-foot Niagara picks it up. Tries sending it back. He gets redirected. Van Broecklyn picks it up on the far side of the goal. Now sends this behind for Kellen Duffy to figure out something to do with it. 9 seconds to go. Loose puck in the JCC zone. Comes out into the neutral zone. Good old number 8 dumps it in. Niagara checks up on sides, and that'll do it. At the end of one period of play, the score is JCC 3, Niagara 2. Shots on goal, Jefferson Community College with 11, and Niagara University Eagles with 8. I'm going to spend this intermission while they cut the ice to see if I can make life better. I'll do my best. From the Saranac Lake Civic Center, I am the Dan-Dalin, a positive influence, and this is the Paul Smith College 2025 Burning Leaves Tournament. Be right back. Make it a great intermission. All right, hockey fans, we are back. Period number 2. JCC home team on the left going right. Niagara University Purple Eagles in the black going from right to left. Purple Eagles dump that puck into the corner. Barrett comes around and pick this puck up, sends this up along the boards. Gets flicked back in, battling Connor Lamb. Frees that puck up for Gorman. Can't get it out. Comes back to Charlie. Charlie passes it up to Lamb. Lamb can't reach it. Knocked back, and Lamb buries number 26 into the half boards. Loose puck collected by number 9. Sends this back into the D. It's pushed back up by Carson Ballister. On the far side, Alex Wright spinning around, getting this ball passed across. Gets tipped by Lamb. Sent all the way down. Carson Barrett picks it up. Barrett fires this down on his near side. Hits Charlie Gorman. Gorman not able to make anything magical happen there. There's a nice little drop pass to 11. 11 shot. Stick save. Levin picks this up, goes around back behind the net. Now he's into trapezoid. Off the back board, trying to shake Kellen Duffy, but can't. Puck knocked free. Whitmore trying to get at it. Coming between him and the puck, though, Anthony Rocco, Lucas Main, Dominic Ferrasi. I have no idea. They all have the same number. Puck lofted all the way down. Carson Latt makes a play on it. Picks it up, sends this behind the goal for Liam Lawrence. Lawrence back over for Latt, but it gets denied. Levin cycles this around on his side, fires is up for Ferrasi. He fires that shot. Misses, comes across, picked up on at the half boards by Dylan Johnson. He can't get it out. Puck held in by Liam Lawrence. Barrett grabs this, backhands this through the neutral zone, bounces through. Missing it was Owen Ebersol. Ebersol goes in head first into the boards because he missed his check. Comes back for him. Ebersol touches that puck up, goes down into the corner. Esposito after it. He hits the glass hard. Nobody here to appreciate it. Charlie Gorman sends this back into the neutral zone for Dylan. Johnson tries sending this back to Gorman. Gorman through shot. CB. Yeah. Dylan on the side. Couldn't get that rebound. Oh! Ebersol misses the tap in the corner, sends this back up to the point for Nate Van Wee. He fires this on net, blocked out in front by Carson Ballister. Ballister tries sending it out. Van Wee centering pass. Esposito can't get his stick on it. There's another shot. Tommy on it. There's a shot by Dylan Johnson. Gets deflected by Niagara up into the netting. And what a melee in front of the Niagara net. Great goaltending by Joseph Willis. Face off to the side of Willis, won by Niagara. Takes this around behind their net, not able to get out. Or one gets deflected, comes out into the neutral zone. Fired back in by Evan Sanford.
Events Wi-Fi should be open now.
Events Wi-Fi? Oh, okay. See that new.
Is it up right now? Is it looking?
It is.
Oh, okay. We're good. We're good now. We're good. Yeah.
I don't know how solid the connection is,
Yeah,
but
we're good.
there's 22 there.
All right.
I'll switch next game.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Yep. One day we'll have our own rink, Casey. We'll start fundraising for it now.
Let's make sure you have it.
I do not.
Here's what you have. Here's my address. Do you want me to screenshot this for you?
No.
What do you want me to do? Do you want me to?
Can you do that? That would be great. Thank you. Face off won by Niagara. 37 fires this into the corner. Dialing back for it. Sandman, Evan Sanford, kicks his puck up, trying to get it, brings it with him over the blue line, but loses it. 26 going back in, 2-on-2. 3 with the shot, sticked aside by Zenger. Zenger with the zinger sends it back over to the corner. Ebersol Up to Savage. Savage able to get that out. We got a high stick, and somebody touched it, so we're going to be okay. No face-off. Ebersol, the nice pass to Niagara. 37 can't get it off the backhand. Comes across. That puck dances across the zone. Great job by Zenger. Got just enough of that puck to keep it out. Hustling after it in the corner. Mason Savage absorbs a check from number 28. And 9 away from that. 19 Bismarck comes in. It's important to do math on the weekend. Keeps it clean. Everybody likes an algebra. Drew Blevins in the corner, battling, loses that puck to number 19. His cousin Zach never would have done that. Puck comes up by the point. Kellen Duffy loses 9. Coming back, he gets attacked by Sovey. It's a delayed penalty against Tyler Sovey, and he's going to get rung up for a hooking ball here in the second period. 4 minutes and 54 seconds into the second period, and Tyler Sovey's heading to the box. So Jefferson Community College penalty number 13, Tyler Sovey, 2-minute minor for hooking. Number 13, 2 minutes, hook. Time of that minor penalty, 4:54 of the second period, and it's a Niagara University power play. They trail by 1 here in the second period. See if they can take advantage of the man advantage. Shot, see, by Zenger. That goes up and hits the roof. So 1:33 to go in the power play for Niagara. And it's their opportunity to tie this game up here in this second period. JCC sets up the box, and they're able to break up the play, but Weinbar not able to get that puck out. Niagara sends this back to the trapezoid, goes into the corner, grabbed by Van Brocklin, and he grips it and rips it and sends it 200 feet down to the other side of the ice. Number 19 for Niagara, trying to grab that, gives us off the 13. It breaks into the offensive end. There's a shot, short side save made. Rebound comes all the way around near side Whitmore, and we got a down player. And that is number 13. He is on his back. I did not see quite how he went into the board. But apparently, it wasn't the preferred way. Well, he got up on his own. He waited for one of the trainers to get 2/3 of the way before he got up, but he did get up on his own. No assistance needed. 1 minute to go in the power play for Niagara. His faceoff will be out of the zone. It'll be in the neutral zone. Mason Savage taking that draw, pulls his puck all the way back. Nate Van Wee grabs it behind his net, sends it along the boards for Savage. Savage got 2 guys on him. 11 gives it to 9 in the corner. 9 circles around, gives this to 11, comes back up to the point. Looking, comes over to the top of the house, passes it to the middle. Center point, 26, right side, 27 shot. I think it went off the glove of Zenger behind the net. 11 has it at the point, short pass for 26, meant for him to take it over to the hash mark, but he did not do that. Ebersol grabbed it instead and sent it diagonally across the ice. So if it's 100, I forgot how far wide this is. Never mind. Shot, save, rebound, 9, shot blocked by Ebersol. Trying to get it out, comes up to the point. 26 grabs it for Niagara, sends us up 11 in at the bottom of the faceoff circle, cycles it around at the half board, and it's taken away by Mason Savage, and he's able to clear this the length of the rink. And this power play is going to expire as Niagara makes one last move. Here's 11 in all low, no, just in time. Savage got his stick on stick, slowed down the shot. This puck gets cleared, and that's going to be an icing. All right, beautiful.
Center, Anthony Rocco, number 8. 36, Luke.
36 or 26?
26.
26. Okay.
28, Luke Higgins. 24, Boston. 18, Christopher Jerzak. 11, Joshua Watras.
Okay.
11, Christopher Dawson. 11, 16, Bush. 15, Xander Knight. 75, Chris Trapasso.
Perfect. Thank you, sir. All right, face off to the right side of Zenger. Grab by JCC, pass up for Bismarck. Bismarck at the blue line, shot taken. And that goes into the glove of Joseph Willis. Snag that out of the air like he just don't care. Willis, thankful for the easy save, I'm sure. Weinbart in for the faceoff against Lucas Milne. Weinbart gets tossed. Faceoff won by Milne. Puck comes out for number 8. Rocco sends this around. I got my roster updated, but now it's not in order. So it's a pass in the middle by Savage. Nobody there, as Weinbar had already overskated that centering pass move. Loose puck and backhand shot by Rocco. Save made. Rebound collected by Kellen Duffy. Duffy sends this out to Savage. Savage loses at the blue line. Jumped in by Duffy. Comes all the way back out. Eversol drops it in as Weinbar checks up onside. Behind the net, Liam Lawrence with it for Niagara. He sauces this all the way down. Caught out of the air by Duffy. Duffy not able to keep it. Gets sent all the way down back behind the JCC net. Owen Eversol's going to take control there and bring this puck up. Eversol rifles this down. Everybody missed it, but the ref said that's because they're not good. They should have touched it. No icing. Coming in, Caden Perini holding that puck. Chasing after Luke Higgins. Higgins stops short in the corner, takes his puck back to his trapezoid, rips it back the other way for... No, I can't find his name. Shot, save made. Rebound collected by Tanner Esposito. Esposito sends this high off the glass. And this should be an icing, and icing it is. 11-12 to go in the second period. 3-2 lead for Jefferson Community College over Niagara University. Is it coming through okay? I'm going to have to wait till after the game. Stop using the Wi-Fi and it'll help. Centering pass gets blocked. Picked up by Owen Van Brocklin. Owen passes back behind the net. Puck sent up into the neutral zone, makes it all the way down. Carson Latt grabs it, returns this to the neutral zone. Eversol takes over. Wall pass for Perini. Perini can't get it in. Latt takes it away. Latt passes this up to 37. 37 fires that shot, misses, rides the rail all the way around to Dylan Johnson. Johnson gets this up for Esposito. Espo looking to make that centering pass, and he gets hit by Carson Bannister. Puck goes into the corner. Can't see what's happening. Comes up high in the air. Glove down by Owen Van Brocklin, but he was on the wrong side of the blue line. They all check up, bringing the puck back in. Dylan Johnson's shot gets whacked away by Carson Latt. This puck finds its way into the neutral zone. Owen Kiesman sends this across. Gets touched forward. JCC trying to clear it out, and that is a big offsides as Dylan Johnson received that puck on the wrong side of the blue line. So that is an offsides. It should be intentional. It should come all the way back. It should be back in the JCC zone, if you ask me. Face off won by Niagara. Puck glove down by Nate Van Wee. Nate. Nate trying to guard it. Nate. Aiden. I know it's Aiden. I don't know why I have Nate written down. Nate's his dad. Drew Blevins in the corner, puts a hit on, grabs this puck, clears the zone. If it makes it, that's going to be an icing. It made it. That's an icing. And I'll bring the faceoff all the way back to the Cannoneers' end of the rink. Lucas Milne taking the faceoff against Drew Blevins. You got encroachment by JCC. And we'll get a new face-off and a new face-off taker. Face-off one by Niagara. Shot taken. Goes high. As Luke Wagliano. This puck comes back all the way down. No icing. Liam Lawrence in the corner. Trying to get that puck out. And that goes into the JCC bench. And we'll have a face-off in the Niagara end. Face off won by Bismarck, but stolen by Luke Wagliano of the Eagles. He dumps that puck in, grabbed by Sanford. Sandman sends this off the boards for Owen Ebersol. Ebersol in, winds up, it's across. The one-time backhand by Connor Lamb is missed, and he is driven. That's Dylan Johnson gets driven into the boards. I did not see the Eagle that did that. Boy, are we going to exchange our opinions as to the legitimacy of that check. There's lots of yelling coming from inside and outside the glass. Officials over there trying to sort things out. Dylan Johnson is being ejected from the game for being checked headfirst into the boards. He yelled something that I could not understand. I don't think I want to repeat the words anyway. Now the officials need to discuss how do we legitimize or how do we rationalize throwing out a player that was getting beat up in the corner of the rink. Inquiring minds want to know. Well, number 5 is going to the box. I don't know who that is. So he knows he did something wrong. So unfortunately, my instant replay is not working. We can't go back and rewatch that. Now the official is explaining to all of the captains and assistant captains that are on the ice as to what the result is going to be of these penalties. Dylan Johnson has already gone to the locker room. Now the official's going to go over. He's going to explain to the Niagara coach first, while Captain Weinbach goes to break the news to Coach Ledoux. Coach Ledoux is a retired officer. If he happens to have a set of souvenir handcuffs, he might want to lock up, put some bracelets on one of them referees. I still don't understand how you throw out the person that got pretty much beat up. So perhaps I'll have I'll interview Coach Ledoux post game, see what we can figure out. Maybe tonight I can upload those videos. That would be cool. I don't see me being able to figure that out in time. So still don't know what the penalties are or for how long. All right, Esposito's coming into the box. I guess he'll be serving probably the penalty intended for Johnson. All right, so it's going to be a Niagara University penalty number 5 minute major for fighting, and JCC penalty number 93, Dylan Johnson, 5 minute major for fighting. Dylan also receives a game misconduct, so he's been ejected from this game and won't be able to play later. There's a shot by Ebersol, save made by Willis. Time of the major penalty. Oh, and the Dylan Johnson's major penalty is being served by number 16, Tanner Esposito. Time of the major penalties, 11:08. So we got 4-on-4 hockey for 5 minutes here. Niagara trying to send this puck out, comes out into the middle. Rocco taking his puck in over the blue line, trying to dance his way around Sanford, and does. Puck goes back into the trapezoid. He gets removed by Bismarck. Puck comes out to the point for 28, Luke Higgins. Higgins fires it in low, gets tipped in front by Josh Watrous, but it goes to the corner. Back out to Higgins. Higgins to Watrous. Watrous can't get the shot off. That shot's taken by Rocco. Save made. Rebound comes all the way out for Weinbar. It's a 1-on-2. Weinbar stops short to even up the teams a little bit. In with him is Bismarck. Shot fired. Save made by Willis. Rebound comes out. Owen Kiesman with it. Kiesman coming into the slot, backhand shot, save made. Drops down underneath Zenger's leg, and he covers it up for the save. So they went with unsportsmanlike conduct, 5 minutes. It's probably fighting, same thing. So the penalty against Niagara is a 5 minute major for checking from behind. And the major penalty against Dylan is unsportsmanlike conduct. There's a nice shot. Great save. Drew Blevins passes his puck off. Van Brocklin can't keep it in. He loses his puck. Owen Kiesman sends us out into the neutral zone. Called a high stick, and then it was touched by Niagara. I don't know why the whistle wasn't blown. But JCC picking his puck up, taking it from the trapezoid is Drew Blevins. Here comes Blevins over the blue line. Blevins, little move to get that around 28. Coming in, though, save made by Willis, and Drew Blevins accidentally skates right through Joseph Willis in the crease. I'm sure it was an accident. Oh, Tyler. It was a small fight. It was hard to see. It was in this corner in the right. Um, Johnson was coming in with the puck, and he was checked from behind by Luke Wagliano head first into the boards. And I think he turned around swinging. They were laying on the ice. Three people jumped on top. You couldn't really see what happened. Refs got over there pretty quick, uh, and Johnson has been removed from the game. I don't see Guagliano, although I missed him walking off. And both of their penalties, their 5-minute major penalties, are being served by other members of their team. Dom something or other for Niagara and Tanner Esposito for JCC. This puck gets poked out into the neutral zone. Carson Barrett cycles around. He's going to go in on his own shot, gets deflected by Carson Latt wide of the net. Battle for it in the corner, picked up by Niagara, sent around and stolen by Tyler Sobey in the neutral zone. Gives this back to, who cares? Kellen Duffy picks it up. Duffy going into the corner, gets cut off by number 19, Carson Ballister. Now picked up by JCC. Oh, the pass to Ebersol gets tipped by Josh Watrous. Comes out through the neutral zone. Watrous still chasing after it. Loose puck grab by Ryan McMahon. McMahon trying to do something with it. Puck keeps getting knocked away by Carson Barrett. Barrett playing outstanding defense. There's a shot by Carson Latt right into the glove of Avery Zenger for a zinger of a saver. 5:28 to go in the second period. 3-2 lead for JCC. 136 in the major penalties remaining. 136 of 4-on-4 hockey. Face-off won by Niagara. Liam Lawrence puts that across the paint, picked up in the corner by JCC. They try to clear it out, and out it comes. Here's Bismarck. Bismarck sends that ahead. Chasing it down is Watrous. Watrous and Busy going after it in the trapezoid. And Busy, loses his edge, goes down. Watrous fires this out. Gets missed by Rocco. No, Rocco picks it up to hash mark. Tries to skate to the middle. Forgets the biscuit. He fell asleep as the Sandman came by. Evan Sanford takes that puck, sends it back behind the net for Bismarck. Bismarck passes it up. Jeeves passed it up to Bismarck. Bismarck to Jeeves. Jeeves shot, kick, save. And Willis kicked that out to the slot instead of the crashing Owen Bismarck. Here's Jeeves. Jeeves gets checked into the boards. Nice check by Luke Higgins. Shot fired by Evan Sanford and easily covered up by Joseph Willis. 38 seconds remaining in the 4-on-4 before we see more players hit the ice. Battle for that face-off. Coming away with it is Niagara. Carson Latt still has it. Latt skates us through the neutral zone, passes it over for Keesman, takes that shot, save made by Zenger. JCC able to clear that out of the zone. Cameron Weinbar fires that in. Goes out of play off of the save. Face off to the right side of Joseph Willis. Won by JCC, comes all the way back into the neutral zone. Kellen Duffy has to dump this in, hits it hard, goes all the way around far side. Picking it up for Niagara 18 is Christopher Jerzak. Passes this up, and it comes out into the neutral zone, picked off by Van Brocklin. Owen able to nudge his forward to Tanner Esposito, fresh out of the box. one of the most rested men in the building, fires his forward, Drew, not able to get it in. Blevins needed a slightly longer sit. One more, it's in the middle. There's a shot, and a goal. JCC Cannoneers score as both teams return to full strength. I do believe that was scored by Cameron Weinbar. I'm not sure if there was a tip in at the end, though, by a JCC teammate. We'll see what the official score comes up with. 3:35 to go in the second period. JCC takes a 4-2 lead. Cannoneers win that faceoff and turn that puck over in the neutral zone. Dumped in by Liam Lawrence. That goes on net, and Ebersol almost scores on Zenger. Avery Zenger juggles that puck and holds onto it.
JTC goal scored by Victor Collins.
There's the shot, save me. So that was a JCC goal scored by number 9, Cameron Weinbar, assisted by number 10, Owen Van Brocklin. 9 from 10, Weinbar from Van Brocklin. Time of the Cannoneers' fourth goal, 16:25 of the second period, and they lead 4-2. Loose puck gets covered up by Joseph Willis. And you gotta love college. It's filled with extracurricular activities, and this is one of them. Little battle, stick battle, little fencing operation going on in front of Willis. Face-off will be to the right side of Willis. Esposito taking the draw. Loses the draw. Carson Latt with that puck in the corner. Espo all over him. Now coming over Mason Savage as well. Puck goes behind the goal, collected by Josh Watrous. Tries clearing that out, and it does come out with Latt. Latt over the blue line into the ozone. Drops this pass for Anthony Rocco. Rips this in. Goes all the way around. Watrous misses it, and it's picked up by Mason Jeeves. Here comes Jeeves on the right side, sends that in, sticked away to the far side by Joseph Willis at the half boards. Esposito loses that puck, goes into the corner. He chases after it. Picking it up is Lucas Milne. Milne sends this around for Watrous. Watrous battling against Esposito. No, battling against Mason Jeeves. Esposito's playing in the slot, waiting for the puck. Carson Ballister trying to come out with that for Niagara, and he does. Loses that puck as it's pulled off of his stick by Mason Savage. And now Esposito's trying to battle against Latt. Latt ties up Esposito long enough for Walters to come over. Niagara coming back the other way. Puck goes all the way down long. Daniel Keegan grabs it, sends his puck up, held in at the point. Now it's not here. Shot, save, and made. Nice shot by Mason Savage, taken out after he released that puck. Drop pass, neutral zone. Milne drops that puck in. Barrett off the boards to Esposito. Esposito's got to be exhausted, looking for a change. Anthony Rocco coming around on the near side. Pass that off to Liam Lawrence. Lawrence sends this up for Rocco. Rocco drops it back. Swing it. Yes! It's a whiffy poo for Liam Lawrence. 1 for Niagara. Liam shoots this time, gets deflected. About 30 seconds to go. Backhanded out towards the middle, gets redeflected against the side. Drew Blevins trying to pull this out towards the point. Blevins uses his body, gets it out into the neutral zone. Niagara trying to turn this puck back, and they do. They've got to check up on sides, and they are on sides. Now, finally, JCC trying to come out with the last shot of the period. Bank pass gets picked off by Owen Kiesman. Niagara shot deflected, goes into the corner, far corner. Kiesman loses it. Weinbar at the center line. Weinbar at the blue line, and that puck gets poked away by Liam Lawrence. There will be no more shots this period. At the end of 2 periods of play, it is JCC 4 and Niagara 2. I am the Dan-Dalin of Positive Influence, and we'll be back after you make this a great intermission. Push this puck forward. Point. Okay, here we go. All right. Loose puck in the neutral zone, chased down by Liam Lawrence. Turned back into the neutral zone. Third and final period, JCC leads 4-2. The Cannoneers in white going from right to left. Niagara Eagles in black going from left to right in this third and final period. Back in the corner, Liam Lawrence sends this towards the hash marks, picked up by Josh Waltrus. Gets us out into the neutral zone. Here's Anthony Rocco. Rocco forced to his right side, sends us back into the slot. Backhand shot. Stick save. Avery Zenger. Fired from the point. Goes off the glass, drop down. Anthony Rocco centering pass. Shot made. Lucas Milne goes wide right. JCC trying to come back out. Puck is blocked by number 9. Loose puck in the neutral zone. Collected by Carson Latt in his own zone. Latt through the neutral zone. Fires this. Glove save by Avery Zenger. 18:31 to go in this third and final period. 4-2 is the lead. JCC over Niagara University. Faceoff goes back to the corner, ripped all the way around, held in by Niagara. Back in the trapezoid, played on by 37. 37 grabs the top of the slot, and we got a whistle. Was he offside? I guess that puck came out. I missed it. I thought it got held in. Well, enough. You don't need a lot of white, just a little bit. And you've got yourself an offsides. Face off in the neutral zone. Owen Kiesman for Niagara. And this puck gets pushed forward by Owen Bismarck. D-to-D pass from Kellen Duffy over to Carson Barrett. Coming back with this puck, number 9. And we got ourselves a whistle. Face-off taken. Charlie Gorman and Ryan McMahon. Gorman wins the draw. Tanner Esposito passes this puck up to Tyler Sobey. Sobey loses that puck. Chris Trapasso sends this back behind his goal, held in at the point position by Kellen Duffy. He takes a knee, though. Able to get this puck up to Gorman. Gorman sends this around. Sobey on the far side. Shot save made. Rebound picked up by Ryan McMahon. McMahon out into the neutral zone over the blue line. McMahon going into the corner. He's got somebody in the center. And that puck gets covered up by Avery Zenger. Face-off won by JCC. Missed pass. Mason Jeeves chasing after it. Able to get it up to Drew Blevins. Blevins loses this. Turned over in the neutral zone. Nate Van Wee with it. Now fires this up for Jeeves. Jeeves couldn't keep it. Goes off his stick into the zone of the Eagles. Chris Trapasso on the far side with it. Trying to do something fancy to keep it away from Jeeves. That doesn't do too much, but allow Weinbar send this back to the point. Shot taken, save made. Blevins loses this at the half board. Passed up, and Niagara Trapasso has this taken away by Jeeves. And Trapasso, Jeeves, grab. Oh, who's that? Number 28, Luke Higgins, gets up from the ice, holding on to the leg of Mason Jeeves, while Jeeves was getting hit from behind by Chris Trapasso. All right, ought to be a hold. check from behind. I see 2 penalties coming for Niagara. Instead, it's going to be a penalty against Jeeves and Higgins. I don't know what Jeeves' penalty is going to be. So they're not incidental. They're both going to leave the ice. It's going to be 4-on-4 for 2 minutes. Niagara University penalty number 28, Luke Higgins, 2-minute minor for holding. And Jefferson Community College penalty number 18, Mason Jeeves, 2 minutes for roughing. I never saw the roughing myself. I may be a little biased, but centering pass, and that gets covered up by Zenger. Anyway, minor penalty for each team, 4-on-4 hockey for another minute 38. Face off to the right side of Avery. Face off taken and won by Bismarck. Coming around with it was Carson Barrett. He goes back into his trapezoid. Now he passes this puck up. It comes all the way across off the boards, intended for Owen Van Brocklen. Bad angle, though. Van Brocklen can't get to it. It's collected by Carson Ballister of Niagara. Passed over. Now drop pass and shot taken by Waltrus, and that gets sticked by Zenger into the netting. We'll have a face-off in the JCC zone with just under 16 minutes to go in this game. Face-off won by JCC, stolen, though, by number 9. He sits down on that puck, and Owen Ebersol gets this puck over to Bismarck. Bismarck back for Ebersol in the corner. Ebersol kicks this behind the net to the other side. Coming in to grab it, Chris Jerzak of Niagara can't stay with it. Busy passes this off for Ebersol. Ebersol back to Bismarck. Bismarck to Ebersol. Owen shot blocked by the foot of Carson Latt. Latt chases after it. Moves that puck up and absorbs the hit of Owen Ebersol. Coming away with this puck, though, is Owen Kiesman of Niagara. Kiesman taking this forced in centering pass, and that gets it deflected, goes over the goal, into the glass, back up to the point position. Lack can't keep it. He's got to cycle this back into the neutral zone. Now he jumps this back in deep, and Carson Barrett grabs it, fires this up. And this is some ugly hockey going on here. Puck bounces away. Avery Zenger gives this to Barrett. Barrett dishes this behind the net for Van Brocklen. Owen takes this up on his right side. That's the far side for us. Owen Van Brocklen over the blue line. Bash this over, shot taken by Tanner Esposito. I believe that caught some stick of Willis and went into the corner. Esposito going into the corner, trying to dig this out, reaching underneath the Ottoman to get the puck, and this is held in on the blue line by Evan Sanford. Fires this puck in. Coming out with it, though, number 15, Jamin Wright. Here's Wright on the left side, spinning around, trying to make some space, tries dishing that puck to the middle, ends up going harmlessly back behind the net, where it's grabbed by Tanner Esposito. Esposito sends this over for the Sandman. Sanford passes this up for Mason Savage, who dishes this into the neutral zone, and Latt rips this back in for Niagara. Up at the point. Oh, there's a big hit by Sempart. Mason Savage shot gets blocked. Carson Latt picks this up in the corner. And this puck comes through the neutral zone. Gripped and ripped by Sanford. Here's Savage looking for a shot or a pass, but it's in the net like it's tipped by Weinbar and the trailing leg. Oh, well, Joseph Willis able to make that save. And we're going to get a penalty against Niagara only for holding. So we got a 2-minute minor against Niagara, number 10, Lucas Milne. 2 minutes for holding. Number 10, 2 minutes holding. Time of the minor penalty, 6-5-0 into the third period. And it's a Cannoneer power play. Cannoneers win that draw. Bismarck with it, passes puck all the way across. Ebersol, little short give to Savage. Savage loses this. And Carson Barrett's going to skate this all the way back to his end of the ice. Go, little toe drag tried by Bismarck and not happening. Puck gets played by Zanger, gives this to Barrett. Carson's going to leave it for Weinbar. Weinbar passes this ahead to be picked up by Owen Bismarck. Bismarck loses this as the blue line taken away by Owen Keeston. Keeston not able to keep it far, though. Drew Blevins not able to take that puck back. Goes off of Weinbar's shoulder, and Keesman able to bring this with him into the offensive end. Loses it there as he gets knocked off that puck. Mason Savage comes back the other way. Passes over to Blevins. Blevins. Oh, Savage and Blevins both missed it. Open net. Coming back, spinning around with the puck was number 9. Can't find him on the roster. And I believe that's going to be a penalty against JCC because number 9 fell down incorrectly. And it's going to be a hook on Drew Blevins. JCC penalty, number 88, Drew Blevins. 2-minute minor for hooking, number 88, 2 minutes hook. Time of that penalty, 8-0-0. And it's going to be 4-on-4 hockey for about another 45 seconds. And then it'll be minute and 7 seconds of a power play for Niagara. That pass to Esposito, tipped by Esposito, goes to the corner. He's chasing after it along with 28. Puck comes out in front. Tyler Sobey couldn't get a clean blade on it. Loses his puck. Grabbed by Watrous. Watrous gets us out into the neutral zone. Nate Van Wee can't keep it. Owen Keesman in shot. Save made. Keesman still battling. Puck finally taken away back behind by Kellen Duffy. Duffy gets us out into the neutral zone. And there's a breath of relief taken by JCC. Nate Van Wee loses that puck. Shot made Watrous. Save made Zanger. And Watrous is trying to break the stick of Nate Van Wee. And they're calling Nate Van Wee for the penalty. What game are we watching? So Nate Van Wee gets a 2-minute minor for roughing. And so the official's saying that his stick got grabbed by Watrous because he roughed him. So they're going to forget about the Watrous hold and only go with the roughing for Nate Van Wee. So it is 5-on-3 for a minute 5 now. Time of the minor penalty, 8:55 of the third period. So Nate Van Wee's hockey-like play deemed roughing. So he gets penalized. Watrous grabs his stick, and that's okay. Oh, did he punch him? I missed that. I didn't see that. So apparently, come here. There's room for color. I can go on this side of the mic. So Nate Van Wee's natural hockey motion was to punch the other guy in the back of the head. It happens. I'm not surprised either. I've seen Nate play for years.
2 minutes for that. Time of penalty. 8:55. It's 8:55.
So 5-on-3 for a minute 5, and then we'll have 55 seconds of a 5-on-4 for Niagara. That may allow them to tie it up. JCC clears this and puts it on net. Save made by Willis. Collecting that puck. Number 37. A very nice boy, I'm sure. Passes this up to Owen Keesman. Keesman drops it back. Watchridge gives it to Keesman. Keesman camps up in the office. Puck comes out to Liam Lawrence. Lawrence over to his right side for 37. 37 out in the middle. Shot taken by number 9, and that gets deflected over the goal. And JCC able to clear that puck. Owen Bismarck rips it all the way down the length of the ice. Willis out to play it. Here's Watrous taking this from the trapezoid. 15 seconds left of the 2-man advantage. Watrous into the middle. Shot blocked by Cameron Weinbar. Rebound goes to Liam Lawrence. He gets us over to Keesman. Shot fired. Wide left. We got a JCC player down. I heard a lot of commotion. It's Owen Bismarck. He's up and he's skating over to the side. Carson Barrett trying to explain what happened, trying to get an eagle into the penalty box. Ryan McMahon stuck out his stick and almost left the game because he almost killed the referee. Referee caught that stick, though. He's explaining to Coach Ledoux why there's no penalty. And here we go. 3 seconds, 5-on-3, off the face-off, one by Niagara. Puck comes back to Ryan McMahon. Shot, save, rebound, shot, save. And that puck gets cleared all the way down. Drew Blevins out of the box, trying to cut the pass off from Joseph Willis, unable to. On the far side, Carson Bassiter comes around. He gets knocked off that puck at center ice. Puck comes back to Ryan McMahon. McMahon's got Blevins on him. McMahon over the blue line into the O-zone. Blevins puts a check on. Puck gets dropped off. And JCC trying to make something happen, and there we go. And it's going to be a hand pass. And interference. So interference called on number 4, Connor Semper of Niagara. Now we're just making things up. So 4-on-4 for 25 seconds, and then 5-on-4. It'll be a power play for JCC for a minute 35. We got a Niagara University penalty, number 4, Connor Semper, 2-minute minor for interference, number 4, 2 minutes interference. Time of that minor penalty, 10:31 of the third period. That puck, whoa, what a weird bounce off the boards. Niagara grabs it, rips it down. That should be an icing. And icing it is, because the teams are even strength. 4-on-4 right now. So the public address announcer said cross-checking, but the official indicated interference. I'm going to go with the official's word. We're just happy the announcer's here. And that puck gets cleared, but it got sent before the JCC player was released. So technically it was still even strength. So that'll be an icing, and it'll bring the face-off with JCC on the power play. The face-off will be in the Eagles' zone. Owen Bismarck squaring off against Watrous. Bismarck wins, gets this back to Weinbar. Weinbar to Busy. Busy, Weinbar at the hash mark. Weinbar goes in low at the bottom of the face-off circle, goes back to Bismarck at the point, hands it over to Barrett at the center point, who passes this puck over to Mason Savage. Savage back to Barrett. Barrett across to Busy. Busy into Weinbar. Weinbar couldn't get you clean. Had to turn around. They'll reset. Busy to Barrett. Barrett to Savage. Savage steps on the puck. Doesn't fall down, though. Sends this around. Intended for Weinbar. Not able to get it. And Niagara grabs this puck and flicks it all the way down. Carson Barrett is going to chase after it. And he's got 50 seconds of a man advantage. Hands his puck over to Cameron Weinbar. Weinbar immediately attacked by Rocco. Rocco able to knock that puck back to the defense. Nice catch there by Weinbar. Gives this over to Mason Savage. Savage over the blue line at the faceoff dot. Now down low in the office. Through the office. Leaves the office. Gives this to Carson Barrett at this point. Barrett almost fell down. Must be a heavy puck. Bismarck not able to hold it. Anthony Rocco coming down. It's a 2-on-1. Rocco, drop pass, shot, save, rebound. Rocco not able to hit it. And that puck is grabbed by Savage. Savage to Barrett. Barrett gets it up to Drew Blanken. Shot too high. Puck goes over. Weinbar taps it back in for Blevins. Blevins gets pinched off that puck, and Niagara able to clear it all the way down as the time on the penalty expires. For Semper, we have returned to even strength. 7:20 to go. JCC trying to figure it out. Pass that puck over on the right side to Mason Jeeves. Return by Niagara. No icing. Kellen Duffy takes this back behind the net. Niagara trying to get possession, not able to. And Savage gets checked off that puck by Ryan McMahon. A nice open ice check by McMahon of textbook quality. Back to pick this puck up, Evan Sanford. Sanford sends this over to Sovey. Sovey passes it across to Jeeves. Jeeves loses it. There's a shot blocked by Evan Sanford, taking a knee as the Sandman does. Air pass picked up by Kellen Duffy. Dumps that puck in. Here comes Niagara. Watrous on the far side. Shot high. Hits the top of the rail. Rides around the boards and held in momentarily by Liam Lawrence. Now it comes back. Puck goes to Sovey. Sovey is checked by Higgins. Sovey sends this around on the far side. Puck held in by Gorman. Loose puck, tip back to the point, ripped forward by Bismarck, right on the side. Esposito gets a shot on net. Save made by Joseph Willis. Puck comes out into the neutral zone with Lucas Mill. Mill, centering pass, missed by number 8 for Anthony Rocco. JCC collects it. 9 shot wide right. He lays down in disgust. Back to Lat. Carson fires high. Back out on the far side. Carson Bassiter rips this, goes back behind. Evan Sanford picks this puck up, sauces it down for the icing. He just wants to see things stop for a moment. Tyler Sovey tried going off the ice for a break, and the ref said, you can't do that when you ice it. That's would be cheating. So 10 tired hockey players return to the ice. Face-off won by Niagara. Puck comes back to Carson Ballister. Ballister trying to get a shot off. Squeezed off shot taken by 37. It's close. And save made by Avery Zenger. JCC trying to get this puck out. It comes at the blue line. Gets stopped. Turned back over to Niagara. Esposito in there. Takes it back. Here goes Tanner the other way. Tanner trying to get around Lat. Lat able to grab him by the jersey and yank him down to. No, he just checked him. I'm just kidding. He checked him. 37 coming back the other way. Loses his puck. Finds its way over to Owen Keesman. Keesman centers it. Shot not able to be made. Colin Whitmore nudges his puck forward. It drops back to Connor Lamb. Lamb gets that shot off, dished to the corner by Joseph Willis. 4.5 minutes or so to go. Cameron Weinbar in the corner. Puck comes out. Whitmore shot. Save made. Rebound far side. Lamb tried to send this back to the point. I think his stick got hit as he was making the pass, and it goes all the way back, played on by Avery Zenger. Zenger to the D. D sends this up. Weinbar all the way across to Whitmore. Whitmore doesn't catch it cleanly, dumps that puck in. He didn't catch it cleanly because he was really trying to go off for a change, and he goes off to complete his line change. Jamin Wright brings that puck up, passes it over to Ryan McMahon. McMahon shot, blocker save by Avery Zenger. Puck held in by Luke Higgins. In the corner, Nate Van Wee sends this off the boards, knocked out. Mason Savage, it is almost a breakaway. Savage backhand, save Joseph Willis. JCC trying to turn that puck back. Sent into the neutral zone, now dumped in by the Eagles. Played on by Zenger. Gives this puck to Kellen Duffy, 3:20 to go. Duffy hits Drew Blevins. Blevins touches this down, hustling over to it. Carson Ballister. Carson back behind his own net, comes over, hard pass up into the neutral zone, gets touched in the neutral zone by Anthony Rocco to avoid the icing. Watrous in the corner, gets checked by Kellen Duffy. Loose puck, Watrous tries sending it back up, gets tipped, knocked into the neutral zone by Mason Savage off his hand. There's Rocco. Rocco shot, save, rebound, picked up by Watrous. Watrous trying to send this out to center point, gets set, it's up high, it's down low, it's in the circle, and it gets cleared by JCC off the boards. Joseph Willis was heading to the bench. There's a big check put on by Drew Blevins. Watrous coming around. Watrous passes this puck over to Milne. Milne shot deflected, goes back behind the net near side. Anthony Rocco into the corner. Kellen Duffy checking him up against the boards, taking a knee. Lucas Milne trying to find that puck. Sticks flying. Puck comes around. Bars it around. Nothing doing. Oh, Drew Blevins just saved that from himself scoring. And JCC able to clear that out of the zone. That's a grab by Colin Whitmore. What? And the big upset. Joshua Watrous uses his stick, sweeps out both legs of Drew Blevins. Now he's trying to instigate him to get Blevins thrown into the box as well. And Watrous is being removed. 11 game misconduct. Blevins mounting off. Oh, you can't say that to an official. Oh, and he's removing him from the game as well. Doesn't want him here. Just give him a 2 and 10. Don't give him a game. Now, what are we going to call this? 151 to go, and the refs can't contain themselves. They're just, you get thrown out of the game. You get thrown out of the game. This referee thinks he's Oprah. Well, time of the penalties is 18:09. That's all I know. You know, these officials, they got a lot of words to say to each other about nothing. Threw 2 players out and didn't even let them finish their fight. Oh boy, there's so much explaining going on. This referee's getting comfortable. I got a chair if you want to sit down. What could possibly be going on? So, Jackson, can we pan down on the official? This guy looks like a cross between like Tim Curry and Elmer Fudd. He's explaining something. He's got a lot of talking to do. He's starting to talk about his Civil War collection. You know, he's got him set up in his basement. Reenactments. So we're doing 4-on-4 hockey. So 2-minute minors. He could have just left it like that. They would have sat in the box until the game was over. No idea what's being called. The public address announcer not reaching for her microphone. She's never going to tell us what they were. We're going to say they're both roughing and game misconduct. Latt picks up this puck for Niagara. Latt doing the side shovel. Carson Latt passes this puck up for number 9. There's a shot, goes back behind the net. Joseph Willis has been pulled. The Niagara net is empty. It's a 5-on-4, essentially, with no goalie. There's a shot off the post, back behind the net. Going over into the corner, Kellen Duffy trying to dig it out. Over there as well, Niagara's number 37 can't get it. Loose puck going over. It's the Sandman. Evan Sanford couldn't backhand that. Carson Latt able to block it. Backhands his puck up for Anthony Rock. No, it's number 9. I don't know who that is. 9 to the middle. Shot. Save. Puck goes back behind and tries to get cleared by Duffy. Not able to. 37 holding that puck in. 1 minute to go in this game. At the top of the zone, Carson Ballister passes this puck over to 28. Shot taken, save made. Rebound grabbed by Duffy. Sends this all the way down. Was that tipped? It must have been. I don't hear an icing call. Taking his time, Carson Ballister passes his puck over to Ryan McMahon. McMahon out in front, shot. 37 there, watching to see if McMahon would finish, and the answer is no. Puck sent back behind the net. Owen Keesman with it, sends it up to the point, back to Keesman. Keesman at the top, pass this all the way across. There's a shot, and he fans on it. Puck goes back behind the net. There's a backhand clear by JCC off the boards. It got tipped. 7 seconds. 5 seconds. This game's going to end 4-2. This puck gets sent down, and that's it. What a wild game. I don't think anybody's happy with the officiating, and that's okay. That means it was fair. Thank you. So this game ends with JCC winning. It is Jefferson Community College Cannoneers 4, Niagara University Eagles 2, here at the 2025 Burning Leaves Tournament at Saranac Lake Civic Center, hosted by Paul Smith's College. I am the Dan-Dalin, a positive influence, reminding you to make it a great day.